Alright, shake it out. Let's do a fun video, dude. It's fall. The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer, and we're all afraid of something, man. I'm afraid of being short. But let's talk about my favorite spooky commanders for your face, bro. Now we are going to get right into it, but first, hit those buttons. Alright, I'm getting very close to 1 billion subscribers, man. YouTube is going to give me a damn neural link on my skull if I get to 1 billion. So let's make that happen. 2 weeks max, probably. You know, many thanks to the new patrons, D. Jones, Mr. Lynch out there, Bob M. with the mightiest beard I've ever seen, and the rest of the dudes in there keeping warm in the October rain, brother. Alright, let's start off with my dude here, Runo Stromkirk. So this guy's 1 blue and a black, legendary creature, vampire cleric. It's a 1/4 with flying. When this guy enters, put up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If a creature card with mana value 6 or greater is revealed this way, transform Runo Stromkirk. Transforms into Crothus, Lord of the Deep. So this is a 3/5. It's flying horror, dude. Kraken horror. Whenever this guy attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. If that creature is a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent, create 2 of those tokens instead. I love this guy. He's got 3 art treatments. I'm going to flash them all up here. This fella harkens back to true Lovecraftian horror, the spawn of the deep, the elder god of the deep, the Kraken himself, Cthulhu Fatagan. I don't think this guy transforms as much as he summons this fella from the depths of the Marianas Trench. Mechanically, this is a fantastic commander. You got to do some work. You got to get that big creature in the graveyard, but he comes down turn 3. If you can do that, he transforms. Next turn, he swangs in, starts making copies, just like Rob Schneider in the Saturday Night Live sketch, making copies. Anyways, you know, I gotta say it like Joe Biden. Anyways. This is Looter Town, Reanimator Town, one of my very first videos. Don't go watch it. I didn't really know what I was doing back then, but I redid it. I'm gonna flash that up here. You can watch that one. Now the Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, and Serpent stuff is great, and honestly I would pack in all the good ones. Cards like Spawning Kraken, you know, that card's key. Whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent you control deals combat damage to a player, create a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token. It's pretty awesome. Hullbreaker Horror is just generically really good, man. I remember when that was printed, I thought it was going to be really pricey. Little did I know they would reprint the heck out of it. Still a fantastic card. Don't forget about Serpent of Yawning Depths. This guy's 4 blue, enchantment creature, Serpent, it's a 6/6. Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents you control can't be blocked, except by Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. What are the odds somebody's running one of those? Look at this beautiful card, man. Just give an evasion. Looks like me in the night, brother. Now think about this. Runo, and by extension Crothus, making 2 Krakens and stuff like that is awesome. But impactful demons or utility creatures is also awesome. You can make copies of any creature. Granted, you only make 1. But consider if it just said that. Whenever Crothus, Lord of the Deep attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. Just stop right there. It would still be pretty bonkers. The Kraken stuff is just amazing flavor, dude. Tastes like fish, brother. Alright, how about this guy, Exus or Overlord? We're getting real scary here, dude. 1 white, black, legendary creature, human warlock. It's a 2/4, has double strike. Also has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool, man. But on the backside, it's got Awaken the Blood Avatar. 6 black and a red, sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature and you create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. Pretty awesome, man. This guy is spooky as heck, dude. Anytime you see a purple glow emanating out from under somebody's headgear, that code's real scary, man. Take a look at the backside. That's what she said, but also, that's where the blood avatar is. This is a pretty powerful sorcery. In the command zone? What is this, Oathbreaker? Nope, it's Commander, dude. I've never actually built a list for this character, but I see people doing all kinds of black, red, and white aristocrat stuff out there. That Magecraft trigger is really nice. There are all these little token makers that ETB and make tokens, then get them back to hand for more tokens after you sacrifice them. And for those of you who don't know what aristocrats are, it's sacrificing things for fun and profit. You make lots of tokens, pay off their untimely demise with cards like Mayhem Devil. A personal favorite of mine is Mahadi Emporium Master. This guy's 1 black and a red, legendary creature, devil. He's a 3/3. He's not a cat devil, dude, don't get it twisted. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. This fella's a bit of a spooky character himself, with his misplaced thumbs, dude. This guy has no clue where to put his thumbs. It's like Goro from Mortal Kombat at an orgy. And you're going to pay off all that token stuff with the ever-powerful 75-cent common Mirkwood Bats. What a tremendous card, man. You also have a Lenda, the Dusk Rose. Pretty cheap right now at $3 and change. Teysa Karlov, the evil capitalist out there looking all fly, dude. Can't hate on her too hard, man. She's gorgeous. Now this is a perfect deck for this guy, Elagamos, the Hand of Hatred. 1 black and a red, legendary creature, human shaman. It's a 1/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Has tap, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if 5 or more creatures died this turn. You know this guy's up to no good, right? He's carrying around his skull, plus he's suspiciously bald. Anyways, man, here's the blood avatar. Check this art out, dude. It's a pretty awesome card. Extus is pretty spooky, dude. I like it. I love that card. Alright, let's get real crazy out here, dude. I'm scared. Varina, the Lich Queen. 1 white, blue and a black, legendary creature, zombie wizard. It's a 4/4. Whenever you attack with 1 or more zombies, draw that many cards. Then discard that many cards. You gain that much life. Pretty nice. 2, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Now first off, Varina has this sweet secret lair. It's Linda, somebody's ex-wife out there, dude. I think this was from Evil Dead. Nice little art treatment, not bad, dude. Anyways, the real Varina is a real Shocktoberfest too. She's the queen, dude. The Lich Queen. What's her claim to fame? I don't know. Don't know too much about Varina. She's only referred to in 1 card, the Ghoul's Feast, where she apparently is eating some guy's head. I don't know. So here's the play pattern, right? We're casting zombies, we're banging in, we're drawing and discarding at an alarming rate out there. Getting lots of zombies in the graveyard is fine, right? For everybody, nobody cares, it's fine. Well, there are enough mass reanimation effects that this is a big problem for your opponents. With a sacrifice outlet, preferably Altar of Dementia, and a mass reanimation spell, we get all these juicy ETB effects from all those juicy zombies, dude. This creature type has 1 not available to the other tribes, too. And that's Zombie Apocalypse. 3 black, 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 sorcery. Return all zombie creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, then destroy all humans. Zombies have a lot of death trigger drain effects like Diregraph Captain too, man. Whenever a zombie you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, another zombie rather. Plague Belcher, basically the same thing. Then you have a Wayward Servant, Corpse Knight, get him back on the way in. Grey Merchant, affectionately memed on as Gary, is the big granddaddy of drain effects and a fantastic way to close out the game. So we're out there, we're reanimating, we're sacrificing. What if we had a Gravecrawler and a Phyrexian Altar out there? Oops, I win the game, brother. What about giving all these dudes Undying with Mikaeus the Unhallowed? Well, I do all of that all day and spook at everyone in a surprise fashion with Varina, brother. Great deck. Whoa, scared myself with this card, the Master Transcendent. 1 black, green, and a blue. Legendary artifact creature, mutant, it's a 2/4. When this guy enters, target player gets 2 rad counters. Has tap, put target creature card in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control. It's a green mutant with base power and toughness 3/3. This guy is just a damn goo monster, brother. He's representing the body horror genre out there. He's just a melty brother with an eye on the end of a snail-like eye stalk. He looks wet, dude. He looks like he's in pain, and he just generally looks gross. Alright, 2 things you can do with this guy. Mill a ton of cards with, say, Maddening Cacophony. It's 1 in a blue sorcery. Each opponent mills 8 cards. But if it was kicked for 3 in a blue, instead each opponent mills half their library rounded up. You put that out there with the Intruder Alarm in your commander, which is under $2 right now for Intruder Alarm, by the way. 2 in a blue for an enchantment. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps, but whenever a creature enters, untap all creatures. Then get all the creatures you milled for funsies, dude. The other thing you can do is get rad counters on your opponents by infinitely casting this dude from the command zone with a food chain combo. Now this card is currently about $30, but you get this out there and you cast a Mist Hollow Griffin. sacrifice it, and or Eternal Scourge to food chain, infinitely cast it, sack your commander, recast him infinite times with the infinite mana. Listen, man, this is a little spiky, alright? Check your bracket, dude. Are you in the right bracket for this? Make sure you don't transgress the brackets. Also, the perfect deck for the Screeching Scorch Beast. I just love this card, want to highlight it real quick. It's a big old bat mutant. It's a 5/5 with flying and menace. When this guy attacks, each player gets 2 rad counters. Whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled, you may create that many 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens. Do this only once each turn. This fella can pump out a ton of tokens with the aforementioned maddening cacophony, dude. Plus, he's a little spooky himself, man. He's shooting rays in the night, brother. Alright, last commander here, because I peed my pants, dude. I'm scaring myself so bad. I might want to see a doctor about that. The Captain Engathrode, or however you say it, I don't know, brother. 3 blue and a black, legendary creature, horror pirate, 3/6. Horrors you control have menace, dude. Whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. At the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature card in an opponent's graveyard that was put there from their library this turn. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. This guy's the horror commander we always wanted, my friend. So many horrors, so little time. I built this deck thinking it would be a little janky, it would be lower power, you know, you got old Tentacle Face out there. Looks like the jailers from the prison of Latria and Demon Souls. Well, guess what, dude? It's pretty powerful. This guy wants lots of small instances of mill. Just a little bit here and there, repeatable every turn if possible, and lots of horrors to slap in for damage. This precon came with some fascinating cards. One of my favorites is the Aboleth Spawn. Check out this ability. It's got the Probing Telepathy. Whenever a creature entering under your opponent's control causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Fascinating, dude. All these ETB effects you're going to be copying out there. This guy's under the sea, looking for the Little Mermaid. I don't know if he found her. Flounder. When All Will Be One was printed, I had to get my hands on this guy, the reprint of Phyrexian Obliterator. Black, 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 black. Creature Phyrexian Horror. It's a 5/5 with trample. Whenever a source deals damage to this guy, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. This guy is the horror to end them all, man. And of course, Toxrill is in there. He's so obnoxious. He's like Obnoxrill, really. This guy ends games by himself, man. Toxrill makes everybody sad, man. And finally, we found a spot for Defiler of Flesh. So this guy's a Phyrexian Horror. It's a 4/4 with Menace. As an additional cost to cast black permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost black less to cast if you paid life this way. Only reduces the amount of black mana you paid, dude. Whenever you cast a black permanent spell, target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains menace until end of turn. This is a mill-centered deck, dude. I guess that's the real horror here, man. Milling your opponents for fun, and well, it's not much fun for them, I guess. You know, it ended up being a little more powerful than I thought, this deck, and that's pretty sweet, man. And that's it, brother. I gotta go to work, man. I'll post the list in the description, but what are your favorite spooky, scary, freaky commanders for Halloween's times, dude? Let me know in the comments below, and don't ever forget, you are loved by at least one handsome, muscular man, and that's old Nicky G, a better commander. Signing off.